Good, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a special video on DLD Productions PC. Now, I was unaware of this today, but the latest open beta for American Truck Sim has been released. Now, this is version 1.58, the latest version of the game, of course, and everything that goes with an open beta. But there are several new features that we need to go over that are way different than 1.57, and I know the menu isn't one of them. So we're about to go over what they are mostly now. So, I'm just going to stop the vehicle for a moment. Firstly, the route advisor has been changed. As you can see in the bottom right of the screen, as we now look, the route advisor has been made a lot smaller. Just ignore traffic. I'll just go and park in the bank pull off so that we get out the way of them, so I can explain this. So as you can see, the bottom right of the screen, the route advisor has been made a lot smaller and now only contains the navigation. The rest of the truck related items are in the bottom left of the screen in what's called a tachometer, which features the rev counter, the speed, the indicator section and the fuel section, all in one area of the screen on the left. Now I have to say that it's taken me a while to get used to that, because I'm used to it as it has always been in one section for a right-hander on the left-hand side of the screen, and for a left-handed drive on the right-hand side of the screen. So what's happening now is a little bit confusing. So I haven't got used to it yet. I will get used to it because I have to, but I haven't got used to it yet. So it's taken me a while to adjust to the setup. Now, a few changes have been made in here. As you can see, the pause menu has been replaced with a widget options menu. In fact, this is not the pause menu. It's another menu that's been replaced with the widget options menu, which you can see here. So you can see driver side mirror is currently enabled. There's 3 options for it. Enabled, 4 options for each of these: enabled, disabled, only in interior and only in exterior, most of which are self-explanatory. As you can see, the tachometer is enabled. There's an separate indicator section that takes up the bottom bit of the screen, featuring all the indicators and all the indications on the truck for things like the parking brake and other sensors. I don't need those since I can see those from the interior of the truck, so I've left that disabled, but everything else is enabled by default in both views of the truck. So that is something else that is altered. And also, while we're in the pause menu, I'm just going to bring up the other thing, or the other section that has altered. There's an option to turn off the widgets by pressing a separate button, and also if I press the I'm not sure which one I've set it to at the moment. I think it's F8, or might have been another button. Let's just get rid of that. That's fast keys. We don't need that. Might be F3 actually. That's not F3. I'm looking for a certain button and I can't seem to find it. I think pause might be the way to bring it. There you go. This menu has been changed. You no longer get the pause menu as it came. This has changed to this menu, which I do like about this. This is one area that I do like about this, the differences here, because it was all over the place and all it told you was the obvious button to pause and unpause, and that was it. So there's a little more going on here, and a reminder of the controls should we actually need them from how we've adjusted them. So that's fine, and we're ready to continue. There's also a mapping options feature, which I haven't tried yet, but that just takes us to this screen here. So that's the first time I've pressed that button, so it just takes us to the normal screen. That being said, that's most of the big changes covered, but as you can see, the changes that have been made are quite significant. I am just going to finish this job to I don't know where we're going now, I can't remember. We're going to Derrida in this video, and that will be the length of this video. So as I say, I'm still going to get used to the way 1.58 works, but as usual I will always get used to it. It's just a case of maybe a little bit of extra time than I thought to get used to this situation. And the more I use it, the more I will become familiar with it and begin to possibly like it. Just at the moment, I'm finding it a little confusing because I'm not used to it yet. So the only advantage I can see is that certain stuff isn't likely to get in the way now of the screen. Because it's been shortened down. And I also don't think that now there's a need for a custom route advisor. I mean, I never used to use them anyway, but I have seen other videos where people have used them. So fuel level's supposed to be good. So that's good. Have to say that because we're on the beta, the only mods I've got running at the moment are Steam Workshop compatible mods that don't affect any of the map. So My economy mod works with it. I imagine my weather timing would also work with it, or lighting mod would also work with it. As I said, my economy mod works with it. My damage reduction mod works with it, because I've obviously got it running now. I've got abilities to buy every single truck in the game, including the old ones. That I've got a mod that brings them back. So we've got 160 miles to go to Derrida. I haven't driven to Derrida as part of my Louisiana playthrough. I think it's the only city I haven't been to, so this will count as that as well. But we have been to Baton Rouge, and we're just about to pass by the city again now. Just incidentally, the 1.58 beta for ATS isn't available yet, but I would imagine will be released in the next couple of days. So we may well be looking at that version with extra ability. And I will also have to make another profile similar to this for ETS2, so that we can have it working for each of the versions of betas when they need to. So 60, that's good. 15 points CDT. I might just put the very short polar days mod in, see if we can. Sorry, very short polar nights mod in, see if we can make sure it stays light throughout this run through. And we'll also wait for. I would also expect the, because this has come out today, I would expect the normal version to be out within a couple of weeks to 2 or 3 weeks. So I would expect the full version to be out within that time frame. So 110 miles to go. I have to say, I didn't start finding this very helpful, but as the video's gone on, I actually am beginning to like this now. It's a lot more streamlined, and yes, I am now, having driven for half an hour, and between half an hour and 40 minutes, I am now beginning to get used to how the game looks, and am beginning to feel comfortable playing it again. Certainly at the start of this video, I didn't feel as confident as I do now. It's almost as if you just need to get behind, get in the truck, get going, and then you'll feel the benefits of the changes that they've made. We've just got just under half a tank in the vehicle. It also means I don't have to look on the I don't have to be that interested in the interior gauge. North University Avenue, 1603 CDT. And because we have Louisiana, Missouri, Arkansas, and all the other states now, the fact that we're in a beta, it doesn't matter because we've still got a fair chunk of distance we can go on certain jobs in the game. It is now no longer required to get a decent map to work with the beta because the in-game map is now long enough to consider using whilst we're waiting for these beta periods to finish. $59 miles to go. Probably go up to 65 if you wanted to. Lake Charles bypassed 210 west. Dividends, Freeport. Wow, like that. The even the city identifier has got a lot smaller. Okay, now I begin to see what the benefit of this is, because nothing's getting in the way. Absolutely, and it's also suited to consoles, which will be coming out later this year. Of course, this will be suited to players that will play on the PlayStation 5. Or such when they get announced as released. So I can see why the game has been made to be slimmed down and look more like a console version, which this now does. It doesn't look like it no longer looks like it's just a PC game. It looks like it's been adjusted so it can look like it can run on a console. it'll be interesting to note whether they intended for this to be the new route advisor, and why they intended to replace it with this. I can only assume it's with consoles in mind, as we discovered the Ridder. As I said, I do like that. That is one area I do like, because it used to be a massive screen where half of it used to be a massive label where half of it wasn't even used. So they've slimmed that down, and they've just made it as long as they need to cover everything in there. And because of its location, it doesn't get, like I say, it doesn't get in the way of anything. You can still see where you're going. So there we go then. Our first drop off of this beta. Oh, I should have tested if I can auto park it by pressing the control button. Yes, I can. Right. Doesn't tell you, but you have to just guess. Right. So 283,000. So we've got our payment. We're now up to level 20. So finish that off. Let's get some just-in-time deliveries going, and then we'll get the remaining 5 in the fuel economy. Right, so we've got full fuel economy, and everything's ready to go. Right, I think for now, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to bring this initial introduction to the 1.58 beta to an end. As I say, we've gone over it and we've done a full job from New Orleans to Derrida, or around New Orleans to Derrida. I think that's long enough to suggest how the beta's gone. I've had no problems running it, no issues with it running at all. Just, as I say, it's getting used to how the game now looks and how the game now operates in relation to 1.57. But I can safely say that I am beginning to warm to 1.58, even if I wasn't at the start of this video. I do think it now looks good in several areas. There are other areas that I wish they hadn't changed, but the fact is they have, so we'll get used to it. With that being said, that's going to bring this video to an end, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, thank you for your support, and thanks for watching.